depression is fast becoming one of the most abundant mental health disorders on the planet. With our growing amount of work and life stress that we now face every single day, it is not hard to see why. As a direct result of this stress, we really are in the midst of what can only be described as a depression epidemic, and something needs to change. To put it simply, we need to heal. And one of the best way to do that is with some powerful spiritual healing techniques. For instance, we can use meditation for depression. And there are similar ways to do spiritual healing for depression too. How is depression treated? Unfortunately, the most common depression treatments revolve around prescription medications known as antidepressants. In short, these potent substances provide a dosage of key neurotransmitters, or brain chemicals, directly into your brain, ultimately altering its chemical makeup. See, many of the neurotransmitters found within your brain are required to maintain a normal mental state. With this in mind, it is thought that if your levels are out of W, then your mood will become altered, and depression ensues. As a result, restoring these levels to normal via these medications is said to fight depression. However, they are not without their downfalls. You see, these medications can lead to absolute dependence, and often come with several associated side effects. Moreover, in some individuals, these compounds can even make the symptoms worse, which is why there has recently been a huge investment in finding effective natural depression treatments and advanced such as TMS depression treatment, which very much brings us to the topic of today's article. Fight your depression with these 5 powerful spiritual journeys. What is spiritual journey? There are numerous descriptions of spiritual journeys appearing across the globe, and in a number of different settings. Many have traditionally been religious in nature, while they were also been used within several ancient civilizations as a rite of passage, or to celebrate coming of age and the transition into adulthood. While these may have certain differences, they all share one thing in common. They are a quest that allows you to discover something of real value about yourself, about who you truly are, and what your life is really about. In my mind, a spiritual journey gives you the resources you need to overcome any adversity that is currently in your life. It will help you identify what challenges you need to face, and how you can best overcome them. This comes with clarity, a sense of knowledge, and the recognition of your individual purpose in life, all of which makes them the perfect natural tool to help you fight off depression for good. Point 1. Meditation. There are many powerful methods of meditating, and many of them help with depression. As I have already alluded to in detail, both stress and anxiety are key triggers for depression, and meditation can teach you how to better manage those feelings. Meditation trains the brain to achieve a state of sustained focus, allowing you to objectively analyze every situation in a calm manner. This allows you to mitigate any negative thoughts and emotions that enter your mind, causing lasting improvements in your mood and mental state. In fact, sustained meditation has even been shown to create physical change in the emotion centers of the brain, leading to chronic improvements in brain function. Meditation truly is one of the most powerful spiritual ways to fight off depression. However, it is important to note that depression is not a simple treatment. You cannot simply perform it once and hope that all your symptoms go away. Nope, meditation is a journey. It is something that you practice often and with intent, getting better at it through simple repetition. You cannot fail meditation, nor can you succeed at it. You get better at the journey it provides, and continually reap the associated rewards. In my mind, meditation is the perfect starting point for fighting depression. Point 2. Psilocybin mushroom. While you may not be completely familiar with the compound known as psilocybin, I would be surprised if you had not heard of the plant that it is most commonly derived from. You see, psilocybin is the active chemical found in magic mushrooms. Although magic mushrooms have long been used recreationally to elicit a hallucinogenic experience, they can do so much more. There is a growing body of research demonstrating that when psilocybin is used alone in a therapeutic setting, it can have very positive implications for your mental state. You see, this compound appears to interact with the specific areas of the brain that are involved with consciousness, clarity, and mood. In this manner, it somewhat resets these areas of the brain, ultimately returning them to normal. As a result, the integration of psilocybin into spiritual journey has been shown to cause large improvements in mood management and depressive symptoms. While the research is relatively new, a single spiritual journey driven by psilocybin appears to offer an extremely effective long-term cure for depression. Point 3. Ayahuasca retreats have become an increasingly popular spiritual journey over the last couple of years, which are most commonly used to create huge changes in your mindset. Ayahuasca itself is a medical beverage derived from the two plants, being the Banisteriopsis caapi and the Psychotria viridis. It has been used in traditional Amazonian ceremonies for thousands of years, often indicating a rite of passage among indigenous tribes. These two plants contain potent compounds that provide an out-of-body, hallucinogenic experience that results in a sense of true clarity. Over the last decade, research has shown that even a single ayahuasca journey can offer an effective means of treating clinical depression, while also creating a long-lasting sense of purpose and associated improvements in well-being. It is important to note that ayahuasca is currently only legal in Brazil and Peru, meaning that you need to do a bit of travel to get a supervised experience. Point 4. Ibogaine. In a very similar fashion to psilocybin, ibogaine is a naturally occurring compound found within the iboga plant, scientifically known as the Tabernanthe iboga. These plants have been used for medicinal and ritual purposes in indigenous African tribes for thousands of years, where the spiritual journey it provides was said to provide enlightenment and clarity. Ibogaine has since been used as an alternative treatment for addiction since the early 1950s, however, it is only now being investigated as a potential treatment for depression, and for very good reason too. You see, the hallucinogenic experience brought on by an ibogaine journey forces the explorer to take a very deep dive into their own consciousness, where they are required to face their demons and overcome their individual obstacles. As you can imagine, this is not always a pleasant experience. However, making it through this journey can have absolutely life-altering results, with people eliminating symptoms of depression in a single 12-hour instance. While this is certainly not for the faint of heart, it is unquestionably effective. Point 5. Yoga for depression. There are many powerful styles of yoga, and many of them help with depression. Yoga is a type of exercise that has been around for thousands of years. However, as far as exercise goes, yoga is quite unique.